What's going on, guys? David Falla here. Welcome to another tutorial. On today's video, we're going to be talking about how to sculpture beards. A lot of barbers don't have enough experience how to deal with this type of clients, just because they don't get enough big beards. So now that a lot of people are starting to grow their beard again because winter is coming, then this is I think it's a great video for all the barbers out there that need help with this. So the first thing I do is I always blow dry the beard. I want to make sure that all the hairs are as straight as possible, are as relaxed as possible, so make it easier for me to see what I'm working with. Usually use a blow dryer on medium heat, medium power, being very careful not to burn the client. And also I use like a vent brush, just because I don't want to use anything that's going to pull the hair too tight, because then you're going to just pull the hair and you're going to hurt the client. So just be careful with that. Second thing I do, I don't always do this, but in this case I'm doing it, is apply a little bit of hairspray. Just make sure you don't apply on the client's like eyes or anything like that, but the hairspray, what it's going to do is going to keep all the hairs kind of into place to make it easier to sculpture. That's, a little trick that I actually got from All Uppercut. You guys follow him on Instagram. He's the beard master, so I got that trick for him, and actually it works very well. So the first thing I will do, I will always start on the profile on the side. I always start with that first, kind of create that line that's going to be my frame, and then I start creating the frame on the bottom. So starting on the front. With big beards, you don't want to remove a lot at first, right? If the client wants it half of it gone, that's a different story. But usually you don't want to start too short, because that's the problem that a lot of barbers have, and then they cut too much, and a lot of clients that let go their beard like this long, they don't want it that short. They just want a little trim, they just want shape, they just want some sculpture to that. So you don't kind of cut too much. Just to start little by little, and then you tell the client, okay, is that okay, does it look good, you go from there, right? Second, you want to keep in mind the shape that you're trying to achieve, right? So for example, like is it going to be a square shape, is it going to be a round shape, is it going to be a triangle shape? So is it going to go from shorter to longer towards the front, like in this case? Then if that's the case, then you gotta shape it that way. It's always good to look at the client, ask the client sometimes what shape they feel they like better. If they don't know, then that's your job as a professional to know this stuff, right? So just keep that in mind, right? Once you have that, always remember that this is the type of service that is going to take a little bit longer than just a regular haircut with beard, because to sculpture a beard is kind of like doing another haircut, right? You kind of gotta take your time to make sure that you're doing things correctly, that you're getting every single hair, you're creating the shape that you want, all that stuff. So you gotta take your time with this. Usually for this service I will book like an extra 15 minutes, just to make sure that I have enough time to do everything the way I like it. You can see in this case it's going from like shorter towards longer, and then what I do, I just kind of I gotta hit it from every angle. So in this case it's kind of easier, just because the client's beard is white or like gray, and so it creates a lot of contrast with the black cape. So like that is easier. If you have a client with like a darker color beard, then you want to put like a whiter cape, like a white cape or a towel or something to help you see, right? Create contrast so you can actually see. So here, after I create a little bit of my shape, and I kind of want to start making it a little bit tighter, then I start using my trimmer at this point. I usually start with a clipper just because it's a little bit stronger, but then I'll go to the trimmer after. So here we're gonna blend the beard a little bit into like the haircut. In this case was a skin fade, so we're gonna blend that a little bit. As you can see, I'm using number 2, and then I use that 2 actually to go with the grain, just because I want to remove whatever flyaways are around the beard. So here we're using number 1. Remember the way I fade, I usually start open and then close. I always do that. That's just the way I do things. But remember, there's always many ways to do it. So then I use a 0 or 1/16, and then now I'm using just the clipper without a guard. Just the same thing. Start open and then close. Usually, I don't know what happened, but I didn't show that part with the hot towel. But I will apply a hot towel. I will apply shaving products like a hair gel, like a shaving gel, and then I will start shaving the way I'm doing it right now. With a big beard like this one, you want to maintain that line on the top like as high as possible, right? pretty much where it grows, that's where you want to keep it, like a high line, just because if you start bringing that line down, the beard is going to start looking smaller, like shorter, not as wide. It's going to defeat the whole purpose of having a big beard. So you want to keep that line really high. That's one of the main complaints that I get from clients that have big beards, is that their barber who did their beard last time went too short, like went down too much on the cheek, and then it kind of looks just weird, like it's missing hair, right? So just keep that always in mind. Once you're done with that, usually what I like to do, I like to use my shears just to kind of attack, to say it like that, each hair that doesn't belong where it needs to be, right? With the machine, it's a little bit harder to do this. With the shears, I feel like you can actually kind of pick the hair that you want to remove, and then just remove that hair, so that helps a lot, right? Here I'm just put a little product, and that's it, guys. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys like it. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.